All right, we are recording. We are doing the WeMap is a system I've built and am building like more class heavy version of at the moment. We're gonna be doing a level 0 game though, so you don't really need any of that. It's all up on Drive Through RPG, I think is the website, but I don't know. Look it up if you want. So basic structure we'll go over, and we'll hop into our story here, which is there's a whole reason there's a plasmoid up here in the character sheet. But we'll hop into the sheet information. So with your WeMap character, it might look like a lot of boxes. It's actually really straightforward once you get into it. You take your dice from your polyhedrals, your D&D dice, everything except the D100 one that nobody uses anyways. You place them on your stats, your strength, dexterity. That was a little out of order. It'll make sense in a second. Strength, dexterity, charisma, intelligence, wisdom, and constitution. The die you put on the square represents how good you are at that thing. Don't dump con because it's your health. So if you friends don't let friends dump con. Now, if you want to be somebody who gets taken down in one shot, please, by all means, put that D4 in that constitution. You are gonna have a class with WeMap. It is an acronym. It's Warrior, Expert, Mage, Artificer, Pilgrim. And all of your general concepts of D&D should fit into one of those things. Wizard is an artificer, not a mage. That's a joke that I like. And it's built into the system. So each of those has their corresponding, like, their stat that they're good at. Warrior, it's strength. Expert, it's dexterity, and so on. Your class gives you proficiency in attack and defense for that main stat. Your ancestry will give you another defense proficiency. Your background, like a proficient, before you start adventuring, is going to provide you another attack proficiency. And then your class and all that. You also get a skill from each of those. So you should have 2 skill proficiencies and then 4 total in attack and defense proficiencies. So you are going to also see a proficiency die. That is a D4 for starting out. Now, as you go through adventures, you might get really cool to where you're not just like a local hero, you're kind of a regional hero. You'd upgrade to a D6 and so on until you're, punching gods in the mouth, and then you're at a D20 proficiency die. Those games can get pretty silly.
You played one.
Yeah. There's little reminders on the right here. You can kind of see basically those reminders about class stuff, and then how attack and defense works. Basically, you make your attack at them, they roll their defense, and then the difference is how much damage you take. Once you've taken enough damage that you've used up your constitution die, which is how much damage you can take, you're wounded, you've got 1 wound, and your proficiency die now is tracking your wounds. You can't use it for any of your checks. You're just barely standing up. You can still fight, but that wounds are accumulating on that. Get sick above water. So with your proficiency die occupied, you are a little less effective, but you can still fight. Couple little reminders. Dice explode. If you roll the maximum, you roll it again and add it. And when you fail, you should make a little tick mark in your with your inspiration points, and you can use those to go from a failure to a success. So if you need to roll that 15, but you only got a 14, you got some points in those in that inspiration track. Feel free to cross one off, get yourself to a success. So that's the basics. It does make a lot more sense once you're actually playing. So if you put the dice in their places, it's like, oh, it's a strength mobility check, like climbing. Then you would take your strength die, and you're proficient in mobility, so you would use that proficiency dice with that, roll that D20 and D4, see what you get. Same thing. You might have to do an intelligence persuasion check. Not all persuasion is charisma. Sometimes you gotta just form a coherent argument with somebody in like a debate type setting. So you're using your intelligence, but you are being persuasive. So you might pick up intelligence die, persuasion, and roll for that. Sometimes things don't make sense and don't have a lot of combos that I can think of off the top of my head. Like, I don't know what constitution knowledge is. But if you worm your way into a weird situation where it's a Constitution knowledge check, we're gonna roll it. Things like wisdom knowledge might make more sense. If you are having to know about common sense things around how things would work. If you were trying to like know how far you should be able to see in a natural fog, that might be like a wisdom knowledge kind of thing. So it's very situational as far as what's going on. So there's a lot of DM discretion, but it should go pretty smoothly once we start getting into it. So that's a quick overview for WeMap as a system. Not a ton to keep track of once you have your dice in place and you know what your character build is. For classes, it looks like we've got an expert with Stormy bringing in multi-tool, a warrior with Arya bringing in bonk, and a pilgrim with Blacklight bringing in junior. So without further ado, we're going to set the scene. I bumped my microphone, my apologies. You all, in our main D&D game, are in Lyminster, a very active, kind of monotheistic D&D city that has recently been more liberated, and more recently has had some kind of fey overtaking of the city. But with all that going on with the humanoids, there's also your cartman, which is not just an inappropriate South Park character, it is also where the name derives from. A cart man, a person who drives a cart, is where the root of the name. Kind of like how Smith, if you go back, it was blacksmiths, and then like their descendants just kept that name Smith. So your cartman is Greg. Greg is a sentient ooze that you all kind of formed early on in the campaign by feeding some psychic alcohol to a fungus, and then Greg was born and decided to drive your cart around for you. Greg is loose in the city. You all don't need cart services. You're in the city for a little while. A couple of days go by with nobody checking on Greg. He just decides to start walking around the city.
I tried. And like he was just gone. I was like, I guess I won't try.
Right. Couldn't find him at some point, and it turns out he has his own plans. Greg.
I like to imagine that Marius met up with Greg once.
Yeah.
Since liberating Nyminster.
Right. Greg is walking through the city, just doing his Greg thing. He's just like, oh, what amazing. So many people, and everybody looks the same. It's like they've been isolated for centuries. And he's just walking around, kind of not paying attention. Gets absolutely creamed by a wagon. Splits him into multiple pieces and falls into a sewer grate. With just plopping down into rainwater and other water runoff. Eventually kind of recoalesces himself up onto the side of this sewer stream, and realizes that there are several little chunks of him that are not really him anymore. They've been split off, as plasmoids tend to do. He's consumed enough calories that he was ripe for reproduction, and then a traumatizing enough event happened that pieces of him split off and started to form their own sense of self as like a little baseball-sized globule. And he looks down and goes, oh no, I've made some children. This is terrible. I'm not prepared for this. I don't even have a partner. I don't have a place. I'm not under any food services. There's no healthcare system. Oh my goodness. And he kind of looks around and goes, oh great, and like walks over and he's like, great, there's meat, there's equipment for when they get matured, and it's a nice safe little alcove. So here we go. Goes to place each of these blobs on a dead adventurer that's down in the sewers in this little alcove that were like just horribly slaughtered at some point, but meat, and places each of you into the bodies of these people, where you can kind of digest and absorb the calories and biomass of these once alive people, and also just kind of form up and have their gear right there for them. So being placed into a rogue that has now been fully dissolved and consumed, Stormy has multi-tool. who comes to consciousness with stereotypical rogue gear around. As a consequence, you could mark in your like treasures that you have like basic light armor, which is going to give you a +1 bonus on your dexterity defense. You've got you can put bunch of daggers, which will give you
bunch of daggers.
Bunch of daggers.
Excellent.
Will give you a +1 bonus on your dexterity attack. And also you have thief tools, which will give you a +1 on your intelligence attacks.
I'm gonna stab someone with a lockpick. I'm gonna get right in there.
It's more like if you ran up to like a mechanical creature and wanted to attack it, you could make an intelligence attack to try to disassemble something key in it.
Very true.
Wouldn't really be a quick stabby thing. It would be a where's the gears, and like getting in there and taking it out.
Disassembles you.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what? Fuck you. Disassembles you.
Do I know my?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know our ancestry and background yet?
We will get to that in a second. Yeah. Being placed on some kind of holy figure, with very nice vestments, a very cool like amulet that is carved to some sort of god that the ooze can't possibly know what it is at this point. But Blacklight, your junior has the one who's got a pretty good connection to the sense of self that once was, has dissolved and consumed what was a cleric, and has basically taken over the entire body and reformed its biomass into yourself, with basic vestments, which will give you a +1 on your wisdom defense. A basic pilgrim symbol, which will give you a +1 to wisdom attacks. And then you have a basic under armor, which is like the padding that goes like underneath the suits of armor and things, which will give you a +1 to your Constitution defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then lastly, Bonk, kind of absorbing and forming up getting the most biomass out of everyone. This thick bruiser of a dead person now is fully consumed into yourself, and you have this. You've got a big ol' like maul. So you have a basic heavy weapon. So +1 to your strength attacks. Yeah.
Where do I put this on my sheet?
Treasures. There is a treasures.
That's on the second half of this.
Yeah, it is on the second half. Yeah. You can also just jot it down on the side if you want.
All right.
You have basic heavy armor, which will give you a basic medium armor, which will give you a +1 on your strength defense. And then you also have under armors, basic under armor, giving you that +1 to Constitution defense.
Okay. The medium armor does what?
+1 bonus on that strength defense.
Okay, +1 strength defense. And then under armor, +1 con defense.
Right. And you all kind of come to consciousness, like unguided Ninja Turtles, in this sewer, being, ironically, powered by ooze, and now find yourself in this little alcove, A little bit of light kind of peeking through occasionally, reflecting off of liquid surfaces. And you all start to here's even the wrong word. You start to just sense a consciousness of your own and someone else's kind of arising from a distance. Bonk, yeah.
Did you say I got a weapon at all, or is it?
Yeah,
just
it was a maul. It's like a big heavy hammer kind of thing. For that plus one on strength attack. Yeah.
Alright, thanks.
Excellent. In the back of all of your minds, you can hear a, "Oh, hey! It's my children! I can sense your consciousness. That's amazing. Alright, here's what I need you to do. I need you to survive, and find your way out of that sewer. I don't remember how I got out, but if you can find your way out, then we'll be able to hang out and maybe go on adventures. I want you all to know I'm so proud of all of you and everything you've accomplished with your life so far, such as eating and existing. So keep doing that. Good luck."
Thank you.
The first words out of Multi's mouth, not even to Greg, just out loud, are just like, I don't know what a father is, but I feel like he's not a very good one. And he's just leaving us.
This sucks.
I'd very much like to get to know who this
Hey
father
everyone,
is.
what's going on?
This sucks. Our situation sucks.
Maybe just a tad.
That's a bit.
It's hard to make
Oh, I
comparisons
got
without
tools. Looks
any
down.
prior knowledge of anything
shit.
that's existed before. Our entire world right now, I don't even know what a world is. That word just came out of my.
Yeah. Here's my question.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, Jeff, how much of Jeff's how much of your the DM knowledge, how much of Greg's consciousness, like what he's learned, how much
Right.
do we have of that?
That will require a knowledge check. What would you like to try to know?
Knowledge of the world and like where we are.
Gotcha. Give me an intelligence knowledge check.
What has Greg learned about it?
Can I make that as well?
Is it
For sure.
intelligence
Go for it.
knowledge? Okay, so it's a D10 plus a D4, right?
If you
I'm
are
proficient in
yeah,
knowledge.
if you're
Yes.
proficient in knowledge, you do get an additional. You get to add that proficiency die. Nobody's
I'm proficient in
wounded
knowledge and
yet,
mobility.
so
Okay, I got knowledge and mobility as my proficiencies.
nice.
Oh, that's a 4. I didn't roll good. Jesus.
I have a D8.
My brain
to,
hurts.
I have a D8 to intelligence, and I did explode or crit.
Nice.
So let's see what that comes
Lucky.
out to. 12.
Yeah, and then was Bonk rolling as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll roll.
Yeah, get
Wait,
that
I don't have
intelligence knowledge.
proficiency. I don't have proficiency
Good try.
for knowledge.
Alright,
so
straight
it's just gonna be a
intelligence.
straight D6.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, I forgot to have my
I was supposed to
proficiency.
get
Oh,
intelligence.
nice.
I'm hilarious.
16.
Nice.
No, 14. My
That
bad.
is-
My bad.
Yeah.
If it rolls a 6, it explodes, right?
Yes.
If you crit on the die, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
that's a 6 plus 5, so that's a 11.
11. So a couple of sub 15 performances. Now there's a multi-tool. If someone ran into you on the street, they would be confused by how little you know about how the world works right now. It would be
This is me.
yeah.
This is me as a person.
Yeah, me too.
It would be the genuinely like someone who would like watch an interaction at a store of like someone handing over a few gold pieces for some like goods, and you would just walk up and like just like hand them a shoe and be like, so I get like 3 of those, and just like having no idea how this works at all. With
You've made
Bonk
it
and
all.
Junior, you're the portion of your blob self that would be the mind kind of ripples a little bit, and you pick up basics of like, okay, you're probably under a city because you're in a sewer. That's water runoff, and there's usually exits to that, and then you can enter the city and kind of see what's going on around, and maybe interact with people. So you just gotta walk till you can find some kind of exit.
Is there any like how long have these? Well, I guess we wouldn't have a reference for that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is there like any leftover like brain matter I can consume and absorb?
Yeah.
Right.
Who am I?
Who am I?
What were
Yeah,
we
I'm
doing here?
New body who dis.
I'm
What were we
fully on-
doing here?
I'm
Getting our
fully
asses kicked.
trying to
Obviously,
like
we're
take
dead.
over this person's
Right.
identity.
I will let you make a Constitution knowledge check. We found one. Where you go and try to
Oh,
eat
there
some
you go.
brain. You find and eat some extra brain left over from where you all absorbed the adventures and try to pick up another little bit of knowledge. It's
Can I
not going to
also
be
do
an
that,
easy
actually?
check.
I got a D12 for Constitution.
I only got
Do
an
I?
8.
8. No, this was very possible to fail. I'm gonna say go ahead and
Can I
take an inspiration point for a true failure. But no, there's not that much extra brain matter around. You all absorbed most of the biomass that you were placed on to become
Can I
you.
try?
Huh?
Can I
That
try?
I'm gonna say that's the last of the brain matter that's been or was around has been absorbed already.
Damn, I was gonna use my 12. My D12.
We did, however, find Constitution knowledge, which I did walking in didn't know what that could have been. Of all the combos, I was like, con knowledge, no
Yeah,
idea.
I said it was basically medical knowledge. Like you look at it
Right.
and you're like, this person's probably gonna die, or like, you're probably. That's what I think it is. How many drinks can this person have?
Right.
I don't know why Constitution's automatically alcohol, but that's
Right,
what
right.
it's usually used for D&D. So
So you all are sitting in this alcove. There's
Oh, the
like
brain
there are
beats.
like 3 different ways to go. Where you are near a corner. So there's there where it like has like an intersection. So you can see it like is a T intersection. So there's like one way to go, another way to go, and then a perpendicular way to go. But you are all currently just you've picked up the useful gear that hasn't been deteriorated. And you are who you are.
We are who we are. That's all
I
we
point
can
at
be.
I point at Bonk and I'm like, I think you look like the biggest, so you should go first.
I do?
yeah, you should go first.
You do.
I'm the skinniest. I should go in the back.
Bonk looks around and
Feel pretty
at
haughty,
the
though.
others, and they're just like, "Oh, I guess I do look like the biggest." All right, that way, and they just point in a random direction and start walking. Which,
Yep.
Toward the wall. You put it to the wall.
I like to
Awesome.
imagine it's slightly angled towards the wall, but as they keep walking, they slowly straighten out to a path.
I think
Right.
that's the okay.
It's one of those like you hit the curved wall and you just squish against it and then keep sliding
Just
until
like-
you find the
it's-
open pathway and then
like-
go that way.
I guess
Yeah.
we're going this way.
Alrighty. You
What
all
the fuck are you wearing? Elegant. What was your name again, Blacklight? Sorry.
You're a
June.
junior?
yeah.
I look at Junior and I just go, what the fuck are you wearing?
What do you mean? What the fuck am I wearing?
Well, I
What,
don't know
what the fuck are
things.
you wearing?
I
Yeah, see?
hope
We
this
don't know
isn't...
anything. We
I
just started
know.
existing 2 minutes ago.
Hold on, let me talk. Shut up. Let me talk before you make a bit.
Are we siblings? What's happening?
I don't know.
That is a good question.
I would
Are we
say-
siblings?
Would Milty be able to make a joke about bondage gear because of wearing leather? Would I know about that?
I'm gonna
It's
say
wearing leather.
you have little bits of the personality of whoever you consumed are like floating
Okay.
around in there.
Sure.
So if you say so, sure.
Okay, sure.
yeah.
So Multi just goes, I think I was into bondage or something. I'm wearing leather. You're not I mean, you're wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Big one,
Right,
but
bondage.
don't worry about it. If you don't know, you don't know, I guess. And I don't know
All right.
anything.
We'll learn eventually.
We'll figure it
Assuming
out.
we don't stop existing. That would be a very like pitiful existence to only exist.
Oh, we
for-
could just
Sure hope
we
we
could
can.
stop
minutes.
existing, couldn't we? That's what happened to these whatever the fuck we jumped into.
Uh,
Eight.
I mean, I think those people had some called souls.
What's
I don't know if we have
that's in your shoe,
souls.
right?
Huh?
That's in your shoe, right?
How
A
do you
soul.
know that?
I'm wearing them.
Why? Are we walking
Apparently,
and talking?
this road
yeah,
I
yeah.
jumped into
So we're
just
walking
was a
and
level.
talking. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Um,
Aaron's wearing a
What
lot to
the-
talk.
Okay, look, here's what I know. I know that there is a higher power, and that scares me. I just started
A
existing.
higher power than our
There's a higher
father?
power.
Our mutual dad?
Yes.
Are we
It doesn't
talking
just-
about what's in the city above
Just
us?
one? Oh
Even
yeah,
higher.
the people up there?
Even higher.
Higher.
Are there
In the
sky
clouds?
cities?
Even higher.
Higher than sky cities?
What, the sun? The sun is a power? That's a sun. I think. I don't even know if that's true.
No, that's where it starts getting a little fuzzy. So I think
Well, yeah.
there's like adjacent to the sun and then like a little below and maybe a little above, but nobody's really sure about that yet.
You lost me at below.
I would
I'm
like.
not really sure
I would like.
what adjacent
I would like
means, so I'm
bonk.
gonna go ahead and what?
I would like Bonk and Junior to give me a wisdom perception check.
Oh
I
no,
don't get
wisdom's
to.
my dump stat.
I'm good at those. Does our proficiency die crit? Or
It
is just
does.
that?
It is a dice. It does
I
crit.
don't even
Ooh,
have
nice.
proficiency in this. I have
Nine,
no proficiency in perception.
13,
I almost took it.
Good luck.
17. Guys, I don't know what's going on with this die. 21. So I rolled a 5 on the d20, but I crit like 3 or 4 times, so that became a 30.
You
24.
see God.
24.
You
Sorry,
see the gods
34.
like,
No, God is
24.
40.
24.
24. Okay, gotcha.
God is 40.
God. If you look at the character
She's
sheet,
right.
God question mark is the DC 40 check.
God?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great. What was Bonk's?
One.
A one.
Oh no!
Straight one.
I mean, I did only literally just have a D4. Only a D4.
Yeah, just straight D4. That's the best. Okay.
Does she get inspiration for that?
It
'Cause
does.
she
Yeah.
failed pretty bad.
Yeah, Bonk.
yeah.
Bonk gathers an inspiration point for that
Did
failure.
I get inspiration for my first check, by the way?
Uh,
Or no?
yes,
got a
you
4.
did badly enough about
Cool,
knowledge
okay.
of the world to get an inspiration. You are inspired by your lack of knowledge in the world.
So
Okay, cool.
just to double check,
Sure.
I can spend one inspiration to immediately turn something into success.
no,
matter
you
how
you can like
far
add
You add it
points
to
to
your
the
total.
roll. It's
It's like
it's just 1 point.
yeah. You can. It's sort of
Yeah,
like our inspiration
adversity.
die we use in our homebrew rule for D&D. But yeah, you can accumulate a number of inspiration points equal to your proficiency die. We didn't quite go over that before. So your maximum you can accumulate right now is 4. So you might as well burn them if you get a few
Correct.
accumulated. So
Bonk
I
has
keep
no fucking
sucking.
idea what they're supposed to
Enough.
do.
you remind me of what you all were talking about as you were walking down the corridor.
Oh,
Higher power.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
You're
I
talking
remember the
about
context.
religion. We
So
were talking about the sky.
Junior, as you're talking back and forth with like Bonk and Multitool, you see a strange like glimmer of like an extra shadow. It's already dark in here, but you barely catch like a little outline of shadow from whatever kind of light there is like down a side corridor that you're about to pass by. And it is this long like almost like crocodilian like head but on 2 feet that is at the edge. And you do all hear as you're having a just out loud conversation with each other. You hear as you all are like approaching, a voice just come out and say like, "Don't stare directly into the sun. It'll get fuzzy. It does get fuzzy."
I don't.
That's good advice, thank you.
I
What
didn't
was
even
that?
real-
I can't see the
You see this little like kobold kind of like step out from the shadows at the curious of like humanoid figures chatting and walking down thing, and then immediately just like, "Oh no!" and backs up
Oh, what?
down the corridor.
Doesn't that make things soft?
No, fuzzy, I think bad fuzzy. Fuzzy like it can't see.
There's a bad fuzzy?
Oh, yeah.
Junior, you can hear the footsteps hitting water as it's like running away back down that corridor.
Should we
Oh,
follow them?
do we have a reason to?
Getting out of here?
Do we have a reason for anything?
I was
Let's
gonna say,
try.
Bonk, you're not entirely sure what people are reacting to. You rolled so badly, it's confusing
Oh,
how
yeah.
it happened.
What are y'all talking about?
That's a
It's
little
like
crocodile person.
the two of you kind of approach and can see the crocodile like headed
Yeah.
person running away, and Bonk is just facing you, so you just fully can't see them, and it's just like what?
I
Oh,
turned
there was a
Bonk around
person.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I call out and be like, no, wait. Like super half-assed.
Like that.
Yeah, she's super
No.
half-assed.
So,
Wait, stop! Don't come back.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
hang on, I have a
Wait,
question.
stop.
Like,
Give me
what?
a
Oh,
charisma charisma persuasion check, trying to.
Oh, my charisma is
Yeah.
so bad. Oh, well, it's like halfway.
Is there any way to provide help in this? In WeMap?
You can donate inspiration points to other people
Great.
to get them to a
Okay.
success.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I only have one.
If you
oh my
can
God.
reasonably in a position you can
Assault.
reasonably help. Yeah.
I got
Okay.
a 3.
3. Take an inspiration. But
Ouch.
there's no reaction to your very half-assed. Like wait, stop, don't. Oh, I
Come back.
tried.
Wait, I just started. Wait. Hang on.
I think we
Wait,
gotta
stop.
work it on tone, maybe. I think it was
What's-
kind of like non-committal.
What is tone?
Well,
I was gonna say, if anything,
I think
multi-tool
it's
is the one
a
that
pitch.
doesn't know about tone.
I'm like, no. Here's what multi-tool is: the fool in a Shakespeare play using words incorrectly, or like using words and not knowing what they mean.
Right.
I'm almost
Like-
positive. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say like Dogberry saying like in Much Ado About Nothing saying like you're under duress basically. It's not the right word, but yeah.
I'm pretty positive that tone means how much muscle is showing on your build whenever you're strong.
I thought it was about music. Like what tone?
I thought it was about colors.
How high it is. Oh, could be.
Why do all
Why
of
would it be
those
about
make
colors?
sense?
Oh, we need a dictionary or a thesaurus.
What is it? What is
One
a
of those.
dictionary? Now you're just making up words.
Yeah, what's
Don't
that
act-
mean?
don't
I
act
don't know.
smarter than you actually are.
I'm finding words in my brain and I don't know what they mean. It's like opening a book and being like, I can read these. I don't know what they mean.
What's a book?
I take out a book and I go, it's one of these. You look at them and in your brain you see the words and they make sense to you. I think.
Wow.
It's
Can you
Oh,
read?
oh,
I
hang
will open the book.
Maybe.
Fuck, and I go, Can you
Multi-tool, give me an intelligence attack roll.
intelligence attack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach Bond to read. Okay. Wait, what's my intelligence?
what are those little
Um,
books that like priests have?
Can I wait? How can I incorporate my thieves tools?
Huh?
Do I have maybe a little magnifying glass to help?
Yeah. Thieves Tool's good. Yeah,
Okay,
a little
cool.
magnifying glass pull up to be like,
Excellent.
look. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna add a plus. I think I add a +1 to this. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not that's gonna do much, but what was it again? I'm so sorry. Intelligence is a D10. Okay. Oh, it's a 10. It explodes. Hold on.
Ooh.
11. +1 is 12.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you have a book of doors. It's like types of doors and like
Oh.
how you would unlock them and where traps would be on them. It's like a little like research thing that a thief would have we checked out from a library somewhere. And you're just like look, just trying to get Bonk to understand the concept
These
of
are
words.
words. They make sentences, and then a bunch of sentences makes a paragraph. And then this is a chapter. I'm just like going through like what a book is.
Alright.
I just, I'm taught.
I like how I ground out the details of the combat system, and I'm gonna show you what a book is.
It's important, okay?
I don't take any damage.
Mental damage from learning how to read.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly? Yeah.
What is this fucking Burroughs and Ava bullshit? I refuse to learn how to read.
I forgot about that.
I'm an ooze. I refuse.
Anyways,
I refuse to learn.
thank you for the very helpful, I think the word's grammar lesson.
Oh, you're learning. There you go. I didn't even teach you that one. That must have been
Well,
in your
no, I'm
what's
just
left of
kind
your
of-
brain.
I'm just kind of pulling shit out of the goo. Out of my goo. I don't think that's
Gross.
the right analogy.
I don't know if that's the right euphemism. No,
I hate that.
that's the wrong word. I had immediately realized that was the wrong word.
Anyways, what were
Something
you
about
yelling
that. Oh, little crocodile man.
Crocodile.
Crocodile
Oh,
person,
wow.
sorry. I shouldn't assume. They went away too quickly, but I don't know what their gender is.
Should we follow them?
I think they're gone by this point with all this reading we've been doing. Maybe we could just... Can I, like, look in my bag for, like, a torch or something?
Sure. Yeah. Have a look. See I would say you have not found any additional gear yet. The pack of like other random adventure gear is like rotten. So you all have already gathered what's useful at this point. So there's probably like an old like moldy torch that's just not gonna light.
But also, we don't need eyes. We're fucking goo. We can echolocate. We can like sense.
What does
tremors or
that
some
mean?
shit.
Finding an echo? All you have to do is go like this. Echo! Echo! There, I found the echo.
I mean,
That's all we gotta do.
I guess. I don't think I know what. I don't know how it works exactly. I just know that's like the vibe.
All right,
What if-
Magic Man. You do your echo finding.
Bonk is tempted to just start walking in the direction of the supposed crocodile.
Possibly.
Yeah, let's just keep
We
walking.
could just do that, yeah.
Let's just keep walking.
You do
Yeah,
all
so
hear just a groan from down ahead of you. Not the way the crocodilian went, but the kind of the way you would have kept going, where there's just this like as you all realize you've been talking loudly for a minute, and you can hear kind of like loud, like splashy steps in a odd rhythm coming towards you. Not like sprinting or anything, just like a steady walk forward.
I don't like that.
If we're
Friend,
offshoots of
not
Greg,
friend.
can't we like communicate telepathically?
You have not unlocked telepathy yet.
Oh. Can I try?
You
roll
can
right
attempt to unlock telepathy, sure.
Are the
Let's
brute
do
force-
Get
a
another brain worm in.
I'm gonna say make an intelligence
I'm pretty
defense
overpowered.
roll.
Okay. Watch. I'm gonna crit 16 times. That's one. That's two. Hey.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, guys. I feel
D4.
like you guys think I'm lying, but I'm not.
I'm
The
with you.
D4 is
That's
just
actually
like keeps doing it.
That's actually a 20.
Right.
And that was on my
Nice.
D6.
I love that. Oh shit, that's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, that's I'm
still
gonna
not
say you have unlocked the ability to communicate telepathically with other oozes. So you are able
That's
to now it's part of your ancestry bonus is telepathy with oozes. And I'm gonna say your success of that will unlock the same for your siblings, where you all can
Hey!
telepathically communicate with
Fuck
each
yeah.
other and don't have to like form mouth words with the globs
just
anymore
like,
if you don't want
hey.
to.
Hey, don't use your mouth, just say shit.
What the fuck is
Shit. Sorry.
I said don't use your mouth.
Oh no, I am using my brain hole.
Oh, okay then. it
I
works.
am communicating telepathically, but I immediately screamed shit. You said say shit, so I did.
In your head, you don't have
I
a
am
head.
saying shit.
We are amorphous beings. Nothing means anything.
So two things happen kind of simultaneously.
Oh no.
In your minds, you hear a, oh, great, you've learned how to communicate with your minds. That's great. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Thanks for the
Hi,
help, Dad.
I'm your dad. I'm Greg. I'm around. I don't know actually where you are. But remember, survive, eat, consume, all in all survive. But, you know, best of luck to you. I don't have I don't have eyes and ears on what you're at. So, all I can say is good luck. And also at the same time, you see entering like the light, now entering like short distance, is this skeleton with like scraps of armor, this bow and arrow, jaw like hanging out the side, eyes with like a bit of red just beaded in your direction, just and it pulls up an arrow,
Totally eat
strings
that.
it to take a
Good or
shot.
bad?
Eat
bad.
that.
Good or bad?
That sounds bad.
Good or bad?
I feel like the flesh is supposed to be on it. There's no flesh on it.
There's
I
nothing
think-
to eat there. That's bad.
There's nothing to
I
eat.
think
Yeah.
generally undead equals bad, but there are like there's room for I get hit in the head with an arrow.
I mean, it is currently pointing a bow at us. I feel like that's pretty bad.
For initiative, I just want everybody to roll your proficiency die.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
One.
One. I also got a 1. Hey.
3.
All right, so there are three ones. So
Oh, no.
to break the tie, roll your dexterity
3
dice.
ones and 1
About to
3.
smoke
Oh,
all of
that's also a D4.
Oh, 14.
Oh, nice.
4.
All right. So we've got Bonk, Multi-Tool, Skeleton, and then Junior. So you are both aware of each other. It's really obvious the Skeleton's about to attack. Bonk, you are first to like take an action. So you have the option of just running T-bone, like T-intersection style after where the crocodilian went, away or at the thing, to do what you wish.
Which one's closer? Is the skeleton closer than running away?
What?
Wait.
I was gonna say that just wasn't English
Is
that worked out.
Elsit closer? Or is Skeleton closer?
Is what closer than Skeleton?
How close is the
Is a
skeleton
steep-
to me?
Skeleton's
Yeah.
like one movement. You can run up to it. It's just one move to like get to it.
I am... Bonk is gonna do what they know best. And they're gonna bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk's gonna run up and bonk the
The
skeleton.
Bonk's gonna bonk.
Bonk's gonna bonk.
All right, so you are making a strength attack. They are going to roll a dexterity defense to try to get out of the way. So go ahead and make your roll.
Okay, so I add my proficiency die to this, and I have plus. All right, that's a 17 plus
Oh, that's what you're good at.
22.
Hell yeah. Nice.
22. 22, and the skeleton is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So since you've done, you beat. They got an 8 on their defense. So that's a difference of 14. To do 28 damage to a thing with a D10 hit Constitution. I'm gonna say this: you just run up and just, and then you're in the first like attack defense roll of the game, just scattered bones. It's just destroyed, utterly destroyed. It's just clattering into the water, and kind of like. There's even like the skull is like on the mall. It's just like as you spin all of the way around like into the wall, and it just like turns to dust, fully smashed.
I was like in the process of getting one of my bunch of daggers out,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
and then like pick it up and they go, oh,
oh shit.
Bonk.
I guess not. Like, that should be your name. You bonked really good.
That's
Well
such a
done.
good idea.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know, but
Bonk
yeah.
gets up into more of the warrior abilities and unlocks the basic warrior feature where you can re-roll ones on your strength attacks.
Nice.
So that includes your proficiency die and your strength die. If you roll a 1 on one of those, you can re-roll it.
Excellent.
Can I have the skull?
Huh? Oh, the skull is
Yeah,
I think the
dust.
skull got
Yeah.
The skull is
Yeah.
dust. Oh
Yeah.
man.
bummer.
Oh, I was gonna start collecting skulls. I got this one.
So all strength rolls I get to re-roll if they're a 1.
Just strength attack. Strength
Just
attack.
strength
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. Strength attack.
Well, that was something. I
Yeah.
wonder if that guy has a soul.
Oh no, no.
Well, okay. I think we know who's who's gonna go first. I think we were right. Good call. I'm glad we're siblings and we're not on opposite sides. I'd be very dead, I think.
Probably.
Probably.
Don't you think? Have you ever stopped to consider how we ended up? in
Never.
this thing?
Sorry.
You gonna stop you right
No
there?
content.
No.
Never
I try
thought
not
in
to
my
stop
life,
and think,
clearly.
everyone. I try not to
Try
stop.
not.
Kind of hurt.
That's
Anyways,
interesting.
Alright, so
I think we should
opposite
go
direction.
the other way.
Yeah, other way from the skeleton.
I
You-
Because there
just
might
feel
be more
like-
skeletons.
You can all hear way farther down that way, more of like a.
Let's
we
Go.
should go.
the other
We
way,
should go.
please.
Are you all
I love-
fully backtracking or going after Crocodilian?
Crocodile.
Let's go after the
Crocodile.
Nice.
Might as well.
Very good. So how would you all like to approach? Just like boldly going in, yelling, "Hey, we've come to talk." Or are you trying to do stealthy? What's the vibe?
Oh, I'm going stealthy.
Hmm?
I'm like, if anybody sees me, I'm gonna die. So I'm just gonna
Bonk
say,
is almost tempted to just bolt, but
your name is Bonk, not Bolt. Come on.
Your legs
You
off.
can't change your name, you just changed it. You gotta wait 7 business days before you change it again. That's a username changing joke.
Is that true?
Anyway.
Oh, I thought.
Like
I thought that was
you know
real
how
life.
you like to wait a little bit and like TikTok to change your username or whatever.
Mm.
It's you know what makes the joke funnier? Explaining it.
Anyways,
I'm almost tempted to run. But if you all think that might not be all that smart, then I'll go with what y'all do.
I clearly don't know what smart is, so you seem
Yeah.
smart. I point at
Junior.
at Junior. I was like, you seem there's a long word for smart, but I'm just gonna keep saying smart. I forget what the other one is.
Big brain.
Big brain. Yes! You're big brain.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't. I reject it.
Oh. Okay. Well, it probably means you are smart, because people who are
I
smart don't say they're smart, so.
I'll reject your rejection.
That's not how that works.
My brain hurts.
It is.
Stop rejecting it. My brain hurts.
That's how my brain thinks it works.
so the question
Well, you're
the,
wrong.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
the question was, how are you all
Yes.
approaching? Stealthily, loudly,
Stealthily.
boldly?
Let's
What's
do it
the
stealthily.
stealthy? All right, stealthy approach. That's gonna be. I'm gonna need dexterity, mobility, rolls from everybody.
Oh no,
I'm
my
good
that's so
at
bad.
both of those. Thank you. I'm gonna say I'm not rolling too.
28 in that, and I have proficiency in that.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh wait, my proficiency die explodes,
Ooh, nice, Ace.
and it explodes again. Excellent.
Wait,
Okay, so
proficiency
that's-
dice can explode?
Yep,
I think so. Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Because I rolled 2 fours.
explodes.
That's 4, 8, 9, plus 14, 23.
Nice.
Rogue main. Rogue main.
Or,
I love rogues.
4, 8, 12, 13.
So that's
Nice.
14 I rolled.
A 2.
And then another
Okay.
one. Too.
1 and 1, 2. Gotcha. So it becomes pretty obvious that this stealthy approach isn't working that well as a group. But multi-tool, you have the option of kind of just moving a little quicker and maintaining sort of this like quiet, unseen
Yeah.
slither through the situation where everybody else is having to really slow down because it keeps stepping in the
I look
water.
over at Junior.
Yeah, Junior
Yeah,
keeps
and I'm
stepping
like,
in the like water going by,
yeah.
and then it's like
What's
and like
happening?
shaking the water off the
I'll be
foot.
back.
A few more feet, stepping in the water. Oh, it's splashing
I'm
it
gonna
up.
go ahead.
I'm gonna
Stay
say
ahead.
Junior and Bonk can both take an inspiration.
A 13 fail. Oh, God.
But Multi, you are able to slink in through the next area without being seen. You kind of catch a couple
Nice.
of these crocodilians talking and just instinctually slip by before they get their attention back on the corridor. They do have like spears that they have up. There you see one has this like it looks like these two little rocks next to this other little orb with some like piece of cotton sticking out of it. and is like just sitting there waiting, kind of in the back, away from everybody else. And they're all just kind of quietly waiting, chatting next to each other. Like, I think they're gonna come pretty soon. It's well, just quietly wait, okay? Just quietly wait. And so you're just sort of observing this little group for a sec.
Yeah.
But
I'll telepathically reach out to the other two and be like, I think they're expecting us.
Is that
For what?
There's more of them.
Before what?
I don't know. They just said that they're coming, and they probably made us.
I mean, like, let's just ask them
They haven't
if they
seen me,
know a
though.
way out of here, and then we'll
I'm
leave
not
them
gonna
be.
talk to them. I'm sneaky. I'm not a good talker. I don't
Okay,
think.
well, fucking, I'll do it then.
All right. Well,
there's like
I'm gonna hide in the shadows.
there's
I
like
seem to
a-
be pretty good at that.
just a very audible splash, 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 splash as Junior's approaching.
I'm doing it on purpose
God's
now.
love.
Yeah.
The moment that Junior starts like not stealthing, Bonk is just like, all right, and just starts walking normally.
Oh
we're not stealthy
my.
anymore. Great.
I'm gonna say there's a moment where they're coming, and they all like back up a half a step, and like spears up from the front too, and the one in the back starts like clicking these rocks together. Multi-tool, you can see little sparks like coming up as they click together.
Oh, it's fire.
Um,
Oh shit.
and
Hey, they've got fire and spears. Careful. I say telepathically.
Well, are they mad?
They seem defensive. Be careful.
Well, I don't fucking get it. We just started living like 8 minutes
I
ago.
mean, they were. I think they were technically here first. They seem pretty territorial. That would make sense.
right.
Well,
It's
I
like
just
it's like if
wanna-
another ooze tried to take over your body. You know, you'd be like, excuse you, I rightfully ate this body. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Junior, are you trying anything in particular as you're approaching, or are you just walking up?
I'll just.
We come in peace.
Yeah. This is like I just wanna ask a question. I just want to ask a question. But I just want to ask. Saying that
Just over and
again.
over. I just want to ask a question.
Just one question.
Nice.
Can you help us?
I'm gonna
please?
say
Please.
make a
Please.
charisma mobility check to try to use your charisma to make this not like a jump on each other situation, but a like hold off.
5. 5.
5. That is not gonna do it. So they are going to again roll for their initiative. You all are at like a I would say is like a well, I would say Bonk and Junior are at like a disadvantage in this situation. So you two are just rolling your proficiency. Multi-tool, you're in like an advantage situation here. So you can roll your dexterity die for where you're going, but so do this trio of kobolds as they have been lying in wait.
So am I rolling my dexterity for initiative?
Yes.
Cool. So like normally D&D. Excellent.
Yep.
That's just dexterity, no proficiency. I
Correct.
guess. Cool. I got a 3. I'm just
Great.
waiting to see what everyone else is
Oh,
gonna
boy.
do, and then I'm gonna go.
I also got 3.
I also got a 3.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe we should
This
go
is
with a
supposed to be
bigger
my
dice.
D20, by the way. Well, I think I'm going first. I think we're tiebreaking with the die, right?
Yes. Go ahead and
Okay.
tie break rolling the dex
I
die.
got a 3.
Rolling
I
our
got
dex
another
die.
3. What the fuck?
Jeff, I don't know how to tell you this. I also got 3.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All right. At that
Okay, you're going.
point, you two will just act at the same time.
Sure, yeah.
What about Bonk?
Can I choose to go after
6.
Junior?
6. Gotcha.
I think maybe for initiative it should be the dexterity die instead of the proficiency die.
We're
Maybe.
trying to do a little unique on the. I'm still feeling it out, honestly. But like depending what
Yeah.
situation you're in as things
Mhm.
start, you're rolling a different. It's kind of a situational die. Might just go to a skill check. That makes the most sense in the moment.
But first, yeah.
On the bad side, all three of these kobolds are gonna go first.
I told you to be careful.
The more artificer one is going to try to use a bomb attack. It's going to
I told you
attempt
they had fire.
to light and
Told you.
toss a small grenade at Junior.
Yay!
So Junior, you're going to need to make a dexterity defense against this explosion, which I'll tell you is at a 13 at the moment.
Gosh, you know who would be really good at that? Me. R.I.P.
Back. Hello.
What happens if our
Oh,
character just
back.
dies?
Huh?
Welcome back.
Yeah. Dexterity defense roll.
Okay. Okay. Those explode also?
Yeah. Any dice explodes. Yes.
Okay, great.
I love this. I love that
7.
goal so much.
7 total.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right. You take 6 points of damage. I don't know what you have as your con die.
That's half. So that's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, D12 on the con die is pretty nice. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
also
you are not wounded yet. You still have full capabilities.
How did our characters die if we all have really good HP? Were we just like, did we just get crit on them? Or did we die?
I mean, you can
I
be
might
really
get
tough,
some.
but you get stabbed enough by a vengeful dude with a spear. You're gonna go down. So
Maybe we just sucked before we died. Like maybe we were like adventurers of like. No
just cuts to Greg and he goes, "I had children. Oh no, they're terrible. Oh, they're dead."
Oh no, they're terrible.
All right, so you take 6 from that. The other two are in a defensive position. They're going to just ready their spears to attack if you approach. And the other one starts to fumble around the satchel to pull another bomb. But that's going to be their turns. Bonk, you are up first. You're slightly ahead of you is Junior, who just this massive explosion with water everywhere, some of which is parts of Junior.
Oh.
I see Bonk sees the bomb go off, and he's just they're just immediately it's just oh, that's not good. And then as Bonk is gonna approach, kind of just a little bit past Junior.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not full movement, but just enough movement to get close enough to be able to probably see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bonk is going to be like, "Look, I don't want to bonk you guys, but if you don't help us, I'm gonna bonk you guys. I obliterated a skeleton earlier, so I'm very willing to do that.
Nice.
So are you gonna help us or no? And then can I maybe make that, given I imagine Bonk inherited the stature and size of their previous body.
Mm-hmm.
So can I maybe convince you to let that be a strength persuasion?
I was already going to ask for it. Yeah, strength persuasion.
Fuck yeah. That is a D20 plus a D4. Persuasion's something I'm good at, so I was very imagination for that. It's a nat 20. And
Exploding on a 20?
And a proficiency die exploded.
Oh no!
17, and that's another 4. I'm trying to do the math in my head right now.
So 21 and 24, so 45. So you broke the scale of the game.
I need to roll it before again. Okay, that's a 3. It was almost a 4.
What? Oh, what was almost what?
Oh, my D4 exploded.
Oh, the D4 also exploded. Okay, gotcha.
So
because it was another 4. That's right. So yeah, 48. Okay. There's this explosion, and then coming through the water, this hulking figure expands slightly to fill the room, just pointing at the hammer. and like there's this sort of like glow from underneath, and these 3 kobolds all just like drop their gear and drop to their knees, and it's like, you are the divine, you are our worship, you are the one. We apologize for our indiscretions, and unless they are what caused your summoning, we are your devoted followers from this day forth.
What?
Oh, sweet. We just started a religion.
Bonk is gonna look back at Junior and it's just gonna be like, am I that higher power you were talking about?
No, but we'll let them think that.
Sorry.
Combat
yes,
averted.
I am your... help us get out of here, please.
I'm also going to say this divine presence has unlocked in Junior the initial pilgrim ability of heal. So a number of times equal to your proficiency die, you can take the action of heal, where you will roll a wisdom attack against the damage someone's taken, and the excess will heal that much. So you have an in combat way of healing damage. Uses your action, but it can be quite a bit. You can imagine if you roll way over the amount of damage, you're going to completely heal somebody. Doesn't affect wounds as of yet, but it does affect the healing of damage. Also, for multi-tool, a very successful sneak from the expert. So we're going to unlock a first tier ability of the expert, where multi-tool gains proficiency and an additional skill. There's only 4 skills in the game, and you start with 2, so expert gets the third out of 4 skills there.
I have a question.
We'll take persuasion.
Nice. You did just watch it happen really well.
Really well.
I'm like, I think I can do that. Inspirational speaker, TED Talk.
That's easy. Bonk, yeah.
If, just in the hypothetical case,
Mhm.
if we are to fill up all 4 of our proficiency boxes, like say we have proficiency in all 4 of them.
Sure.
Are we allowed to start doing like double proficiency, or is that just?
I would say there's only one way to get all 4, and there's no way to like get more than all 4. But as you might expect, experts get more skill stuff as they expand their things. So there are things like skill reliability, where you, similarly to the warrior's smash ability, where they can reroll 1s on strength attacks, the expert can like pick a skill and get to reroll 1s on any dice for that skill check. So getting more reliable, and expanding skill stuff is all about what the expert's about. So we're not gonna get to that level in this thing.
Over?
Combat's over. You all have followers.
This is the second combat I've not taken a single turn in.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, I'm ready. All right, I guess I'm not doing anything this time.
Sorry.
No,
That's
it's
the
fine.
second time.
I mean,
I
technically,
didn't expect that persuasion to be
if
that well.
multi-tool wants to start slitting throats, there's nothing stopping them.
I'm gonna wait until they lead us out.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm gonna let them do their favorite.
Thanks for the help.
We'll kill them. Thank you. I need your brain matter real quick. I'm hungry. You'll make a
that's
great
true.
sacrifice. I'm gonna telepathically be like, can I like to Bonk? Can I be like, hey, pretend God, could we eat them after they lead us out?
May be able to convince them to let us.
That's true. They could be sacrificed. I'm gonna step out of the
Am I-
darkness and be
am I
like,
hearing
I'm
this?
with
They're like,
them.
I-
I'm a good
"Ah!"
person. Hello, I came from the shadows.
They're my
might be a god,
friend.
I don't know.
They're also of the divine. You have to listen to them as well.
See, from the source. Thank you.
And them, the one you just tried to explode.
Yeah, you hurt me.
Yeah.
Retribution.
The hell?
Please let us patch your wounds. And they kind of approach with gauze, and there's like nowhere to put it.
Feel kind of bad, but like.
It's fine.
To be fair,
We are.
They attacked us first.
Yeah,
They started it.
they were scared.
Even though we were not, we don't belong here.
There was a scouting kobold in a sewer, saw 3 oozes walking forward when they were expecting to, like, chat it up with some adventurers, and they're just like, ah! Just ran for it.
Jeff, when you
Yeah.
planned this whole encounter out, did you expect us to start a cult?
No, nope, wasn't on the list.
I'm about to end the cult. When we leave, there is no more cult.
Can we eat our cult members? And then there's some, like,
I-
there's some old
I mean,
religion
if we
expert in the
put
corner
away-
smoking a cigarette. It's like, wouldn't be the first time.
I'd like to
Oh,
imagine
it's like,
whenever,
oh,
whenever
Yeah, yeah.
My children are forming a cult now? Alright.
I'd like-
That's a choice you can make, I
I'd like-
guess.
I'd like to imagine Greg is listening to all of this, and then out of nowhere, he hears the conversation of just like, whenever we're out of here, can we eat them? And then
Can we
Bonk
eat
is
them?
just like, I can probably make them let us. And then Greg's just like, what are these
To
things?
be fair, he did put us on them and go eat them. And we're like, okay. So the apple doesn't fall
All
far
we
from the
know
tree.
is-
All we know is
Guys.
eat meat.
Guys, I've
We
got a
don't.
lot of conflicted feelings right now.
Anyways,
Alright, get us out of
um,
here. Willing servants.
Yes,
Anyways,
there are many ways to
yeah.
escape the sewers. Would you all like to exit through the dangers of horrific fire? Would you like to exit through the dangers of horrific spikes? Or would you like to exit through the dangers of horrific drowning?
We're a
Are
more
those the only
take
options?
piercing damage.
We live here permanently, so those are the ways we know of.
telepathically,
We
Bonk
are
is just going to be
ooze,
just,
so
yeah, Bonk is just going to be like, of all of those things, which one is probably going to hurt us the most? Probably the fire, right?
I was also thinking the fire.
I feel like we're gonna get reconstituted anyway if it hurts.
Can we? Is Greg? Can I ask Greg? It's like, hey, what hurts you the most?
Oh, I gotta say, when there's like a lady ooze, and she's like,
No,
I'm
that's
not
not what I
interested.
meant.
Stop.
That's not what I meant.
I don't like
That's
this
not what I meant.
conversation.
Okay,
No,
from
no,
these
no.
3 options:
Dad,
fire,
I don't wanna hear
water,
about your sex
and
life.
hard spikes.
Oh, hot spikes can be nice. You know, you just kind of like wiggle right through them. She'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It's just like we could just kind of.
And I'm super dexterous, so I can just bounce over him. I think I could do
Uh-huh.
like a little acrobatic thing. Maybe.
You there, and I point at one of the kobolds and like, let me ride on your back.
Sure. As the divine commands. Kind of looks over at Bonk, who like, all right.
Bonk just nods. It's
This
just like,
kobold who is too small for you to ride.
Divine
Kind of like just
commands?
like
Oh, like
lowers.
human size?
No, they're kobolds. You guys are all yeah.
We're like medium sized.
Yeah, you're all like medium size.
Lane.
Yeah, you all
Okay,
ate a medium
all
sized
3 of you
adventurer.
then.
Oh,
Hmm?
are we all gray colored? Like, are we all that like clear?
I think it's up to you if you are like variations or however.
Okay.
Somewhat transparent, probably, but
we could
Yeah.
we could always be the colors that we had thought we had imagined Greg was before.
That's
That's
true.
true. I'm okay. Then I'm turquoise. I'm turquoise. We did have a conversation before about
Yep.
what color Greg was.
That's true.
For those of you who are like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, there was a
What about
pre-recording of what color is Greg, and it's like, well, I thought it was like kind of basically transparent, maybe a little bit like aloe. If you open up an aloe leaf, you know, it's kind of a
Mhm.
transparent,
What-
maybe a little gray.
Was Greg a different color before he took over that spore body? Or did
Well, Greg was whiskey before he took over the spore body.
So he was
I
completely
forgot
clear.
Yeah.
about
So
that.
well,
Wait,
so he's
no.
brown.
No, yeah, brown.
Yeah. But you know, but that was mostly because he was in a barrel for a lot of his existence.
He had time to age.
Yeah.
He aged like a fine Greg.
You're like a fine Greg.
God damn.
I feel
Yeah.
very silly today.
All right.
Oh my God.
Considering what we're doing.
So
I
you
feel
all would like to utilize the kobolds to help you navigate away out, is what I'm gathering.
Let's go to the spikes. Yes.
Take us to the way of dangerous spikes.
So it shall be. They all start marching forward. There's no way to ride them; they're too small, and then, so but they just
What if
lead
they
you forward.
formed, like a line, and I just laid on top of them horizontally.
Do you want to piggyback on my back? I don't know if I can
No.
hold you, but no. Aw. Okay. I just want to help. I think.
I think it's allowed to merge.
Become Greg Squared.
Are we allowed to Voltron?
Can we both try to do a big? Oh yeah, like the Ruby.
Yeah,
In Steven Universe, we just become massive Ruby.
yeah. I think we'll save the. We gotta save the Voltroning for the all Warforged session.
Aw.
Gotta stay on theme. But the kobolds lead you forward through a passageway. With again, there's several skeletons that are down the hallway, kind of approaching. They're not that quick, but you can kind of hear the gnashing bones and weapons scraping along metal and stone.
I flip them off, and I'm like, your existence is unnatural. Quit it.
I'm gonna turn you to death if you get near us.
You all march forward.
I'm a god.
You find a place where there are like automated fires igniting as as waste comes through, and it's purifying out any waste with then just fluids kind of going through grates and flowing past as it just burns off the solids with this some kind of permanent fire spell. And you keep moving forward. Eventually you find a short 20-foot corridor that just has a ladder that goes up, and you can see a little bit of light peeking through what looks like the like some kind of grate or something that must be at the top. But it's just a straight corridor right to it, and they all pause, get really wide-eyed, and stop, and they go, "This is as far as we dare go, mighty divine, before the spikiness ends our lives immediately."
Do we see the spikes?
Those
At all?
spikes. Just corridor.
Can I make a perception check to
ladder?
detect
Yeah.
or see how the mechanism works?
See if there's
It's
a
just
trap or
flat
something.
walls.
Yeah, give me a intelligence perception.
Wait, I should be doing that. I'm a rogue. What am I doing?
Right, the rogue.
Um,
Rogue good could get it on that.
Can
yeah.
I?
Expert. Yeah, intelligence perception. Yeah.
Ah, okay, almost dropped my
Sounds
check.
like my thing. Intelligence.
4.
The one thing I don't have proficiency in.
Right.
Ooh, baby, that's a 13.
13. The two of you kind of take opposite sides of the corridor and start inching down to look. And you do eventually find Multi-Tool finds these little holes in the corridor. And you imagine okay, spiky things must jet out from these holes. Junior looks straight down the hole with a 4
No.
to try to see what the mechanism is. I'm gonna need Junior to make a dexterity defense roll.
Why do you hate me?
Junior!
Put your face in front of a hole.
Stop making me roll.
Can I try
You
and,
do take an
dash
inspiration
over and
for the
stop?
failure.
Okay, so that was a 7 total. How much do I need? How much inspiration do I need to avoid?
It's 7 exactly. So you sort of
Hey!
it's sort of it meets, but it doesn't do any actual HP damage or any physical damage to you. It is, but the spike does come at you, and you get just out of it, kind of nicks you, and you just enough to feel it, not enough to actually take a damage. But you barely avoid the spike, shink, just going 2/3 of the way across the corridor, and the kobold's just "That's what I mean. It kills us instantly."
How many of
Instantly?
you? How many fellow friends have you lost to this?
17.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Have
a
you been
lot.
counting?
Yeah, I mean, we have a collection of them back. I mean, where do you think all the skeletons come from?
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
Damn. I was gonna say,
Well, but
you have
skeletons
a
don't-
whole
Why are
pile of
skeletons-
kobold corpses. Why didn't you tell us earlier? We could fucking eaten those for.
I know the meat's long gone. It's just the bones now.
Oh,
Like,
alright.
Unfortunate. Have you been trying to get out of here for that long?
As long as all of us have been.
Dang.
Those words of a chosen one of pure light and amorphous form who will end the spikes and allow us to exit to once again gaze upon the holy lights of the sky.
Hold on. I could probably do that. I got these little. I like pull out my thieves' tools. I'm like,
Yeah, you're not the one though. It was that one. That was the one over there. It's pointing over at Bonk.
All right, well I'm not gonna help you.
Excuse
Then. You
you.
can fucking roll down here.
They are
I
an
was gonna help,
extension of
and
my
then-
power.
Thank
I
you.
I
Well
feel
now,
that
well now I'm not doing it. Literally the big movie.
Multi-tool inherited Greg's oppositional defiant disorder.
Actually, I do actually want. No, here's what I want to do.
Right.
I want to be like, well, now I'm not doing it, and then like pretend to wander off into the darkness. But then I
Right.
do actually want to disable the spike traps.
Sure.
If I can.
telepathically, Bonk is just going to be like, should we help these guys? Should we help?
Oh,
these
I'm gone.
guys?"
Right.
I'm gonna fucking help them. I'm not helping. I don't want to eat them.
Well, I feel like leaving
I
people
think I'm
to rot
chaotic evil.
under in the sewers of a city is just a generally bad thing to do. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm concerned. Where do we go when we die? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna be dead.
I don't know what to roll for existential crisis.
Is my rogue an atheist?
Right.
Or maybe my Greg's an atheist. I don't know. I'm having an existential crisis. I have a personality crisis.
I mean,
Gods exist.
the gods
I mean,
very
they
much
sure do,
exist
but-
in this world.
I'm not one. Bonk's pretending to be one. I'm not
But
even
like,
close.
do we have souls? And if we do, where do they go? If I'm gonna exist on this planet for 15 minutes, then I want to know. I want to do good things, so I don't end up burning for the rest of my life.
I'm hearing this like religious crisis like while I'm trying to like disarm the. Would there be a dexterity like attack? Intelligence attack?
It will be an
Wait,
intelligence
wait.
attack, and I will say
Okay.
you all do hear, especially with the screaming, as an arrow pierces the back of one of the kobolds. It's like, ah! As you hear
Oops.
the bones clattering forward of the skeletons. That now that you look at them, some of them, although they appear medium size,
Explodes.
are
Oh,
two
it explodes!
kobolds like one on the other's shoulders
Shit.
as bones and like shooting arrows. One like lifts up the arrow to the one on top that then shoots it. But what was that total for the intelligence attack?
I exploded twice. That's a 22.
Oh goodness. That is beyond impressive for experts in the field. You all watch Multitool move up and just start like jamming like spare like minor bones that got left into these like holes, and just it's the quickest way to just
Stumpy.
jam a
Yeah.
trap and just picking up these
Yeah.
extra bones and just jam, and you hear
That's
you hear the spears try to jut out, but they just chink and like get stuck on the bone. About half of the corridor is being cleared as you all are moving forward.
Can I heal the injured kobold?
For sure, yeah. Roll for heal. That is a wisdom
That's
attack.
nice.
Uh,
My
I'm,
disciple.
It'll be
No.
nice and juicy when we
I'm
get
not. I'm not doing this because I like you, but just because it's the good thing.
Because it'll be
Um,
tastier if they're full health. What is going on? What have I turned into?
11.
11 was
Nice.
at 6 damage, so you heal 5 of that 6 damage, down to 1
That's
damage.
pretty good.
Barely injured. Arrowhead is still kind of stuck, but you just like yank out what can, snap it off, and apply some holy light on it, and it does heal largely the wound. He goes, "The divine has blessed you. You're all blessed. Go!"
God.
And they're like, "Go!" And they pull up their spears to like fend
I
off
need
the
to find a
skeletons.
church.
One of them just throws a skeleton, or throws a spear at the skeleton.
I look at the other two, and
Yeah, yeah.
telepathically I say, "What do you say to a after dinner mint? Do you guys want to eat these guys?"
That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
Who
to do.
cares? We're
What makes-
hungry.
Who cares?
I can't. Well,
Some guy
you care
probably
clearly
cares.
about the morality or whatever, but I'm hungry. I gotta eat. Well, I'm gonna take one. Bonk, you want one?
I'm having flashbacks to my
I
first
think my
campaign.
character's chaotic. Without neutral evil.
at this, at the,
I'm drunk with power. What's happening? Sorry, I'm derailed. No, I'm asking Bonk. Do you want one?
my god.
Do you want to eat one?
You aren't just gonna be able to eat them. They're gonna fight back.
And
They
I have
could
a
kill
bunch
you.
of daggers. Not if you eat them first.
While you all are having this debate, there are things attacking you. So,
Do we roll initiative?
yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Let's go with that. Everyone's kind of in awareness there. We'll just go with the dexterity die, and try that out.
D4
Oh,
down,
good. That's
the same
the
thing.
opposite.
Yeah,
for
still a
me.
D4.
One.
Nice. It's a 10.
6.
6 for Bog and 10.
Finally, I get to go first. Thank you. Thank fuck.
Oh my.
You don't have the alert feat in your game, Jeff, do you? I want it. Please.
Yeah, can I roll that again? I have lucky. I have what's it called? Human fortitude or something?
Right.
You're plasmoid.
Oh my.
Plasmoiditude.
So, multi-tool, you have the option of trying to disarm the rest of the trap corridor so that you all can exit, or you can do something else if you would like.
I do kind of want to get out of here. Yeah,
Just get
I'll
outta here.
disarm the rest of it.
All right, go for that intelligence attack
Yeah.
to take down the rest of this trap.
Yes. Okay, not bad. That's 10. Does 10 do it?
10 doesn't clear the rest of it. It clears about half of what's left.
Okay, well,
So
that's
there's
something.
yeah, there's just a small little section left of the spikes, which you can try to
That's
just
something else.
power through and just dodge. You know,
Can
if
I
you
do that
want
on my turn?
Yeah, you still have your movement
I'm not
essentially. You
going
just run.
No,
Um,
no, please, my dexterity is so bad.
You're like jab, jab, jab. You run out of
Well,
bones.
I don't agree with you, so bye, holy
We're siblings.
Yeah, this is what siblings do. They leave each other for dead, obviously.
No.
As someone with a younger brother, this is the canon.
Everyone hears in their head. I'll blame the parents. It's
Parent, singular, dad.
I count the wagon.
Well, no.
Cool, can I make
Yeah,
it
I
like a
was
dex
about-
check to get through?
Yes, you're gonna make a dexterity defense as you try to dodge all the spears that
Defense.
get shoved out at you.
Oh, cool. I get a +1 for my line armor.
Nice.
Oh, that's a natural 20. That
Ah,
explodes.
that's yeah.
Jesus, okay. 17. So, 17 plus 20, 37. +1 for my armor, 38.
Nice. Yeah, this very
I'm bad.
this light leather armor doesn't hinder you at all. Even helps deflect blows off that would have otherwise nicked you, but none of them were even close. You all watch like the water fountains in Vegas. This just is like boink 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 boink, and it just like goes full
I was
plasmoid.
gonna say Disneyland, like they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, just whoop, 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 whoop. But
It's
you,
like-
dodge all of that and get to the ladder. You were a simple climb out to exit. You do see this very heavy grate up there. It might take strength to get that up and off. So where you're all like, I'm out, fuck everybody, and then you
Did
look
it.
up and go, I don't know if I can get that.
I didn't say fuck everybody. I just said fuck Junior.
Right.
Because Junior apparently has beef with me, so now I have beef with Junior.
Why do you hate me?
I don't know why our characters hate each other, but it just seems funny. They're
Yeah.
like, I know we're siblings. I think that means I hate you now. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's all I can really do in my turn. That's my
Right.
movement and my
So that's
actions.
multi-tool. Bonk.
Nice.
You have watched. Multi-tool has made it to the ladder to exit. And then these skeletons are coming up, and these kobolds aren't going to last forever. The skeletons are going to be on you in a minute.
How many skeletons are there?
Probably a couple of. There's probably about 16 or so total skeletons. Right, currently backpacked on each other, making 8 like medium figures with arrows and bows. So there's gonna be a barrage of attacks here in just a moment that you're not sure
Yeah.
how well you can survive.
Stop moving towards the ladders, my fellow disciple and my disciples and sister.
No, send the kobolds to the spikes. Food.
That's why I said start moving towards the ladder. Bonk is going to start moving towards the ladder.
You said
Gotcha.
stop.
So
I'm
is
sorry.
Bonk going to first try to convince people to run for the ladder?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. I'm gonna say a charisma persuasion.
All right. Charisma, that's a D10.
Nice.
And I have proficiency.
The DC is not as hard for you as you are their god.
Fuck yeah, I am. Okay, that's a 6. That's a 4 that gets to be rolled. That explodes. Okay, that's another 4. So 6. 14. 16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just completely destroying the DC 5 with like other 5 intervals of convincing more of the kobolds to get all of the kobolds. All of them go like, we're in their defensive like spear point mode, and they go like, right, and turn to like follow you over that way. You both move through the last area, trapped area. Give me a dexterity defense roll.
Dexterity D. That's just D8. That's just straight die if I don't have proficiency in the
Correct.
Defense, right? Okay.
A 3. So
Actually, can I use both of my points of inspiration for that to make it a 5?
for sure, yeah, that can minimize a little bit.
Probably won't help a bunch, but it'll help.
Right.
That's the end of my sentence.
So 5 versus the 17 means that you take 12 damage. It's brute forcing the mass through. It's just stab, 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 as a unusual sequence of these spears are blasting through Bonk. What's your con die?
A D12.
D12. You have 1. Your wound is at 1. And that is your proficiency die is now dedicated to how wounded you are. So it's now that is tracking your wounds and can't be used for any like skills, attacks, or defenses going forward until you get those wound healed.
All right, so
you're not dead though; you're just wounded.
All right.
But you make it to the base of the ladder. Your kobolds, the one that rolls a 1. Oh, weird. Okay, only takes 3 damage. There's one who's just like is like all right, and like keeps like catching the spear and like and getting stabbed, but keeps getting stabbed in like the exact same spot over and over again, and so it just keeps not doing enough to like take them down fully. So they're at 3 damage. The one got a 6, takes no damage. Does like a rolling cartwheel, which shouldn't work, but through sheer random chance, dodges all of the spikes going through and lands at the bottom of the ladder. And then one exploded their defense, got a 9, and saw the first one cartwheel through and goes, it must work. And everybody's like, no, don't. And then the cartwheel somehow works out again and makes it through all the spikes with no damage.
Once
Over
he's
at the
changing
base.
his mind about eating these guys, he's like, I kind of like them. They're pretty talented.
There's a really silly one, and then a great display of acrobatics from the other 2.
I promise we'll find something else to eat, brother.
I guess we got it. I don't want to eat them anymore.
So that's the kobolds.
These guys are just a little too cool.
Then it's the skeletons, and you all have just like left Junior.
Come on, Junior! Fuck you!
Junior!
Going. Oh wait.
So yeah.
Get the fuck over here, whatever your name is.
Like a brick. I have no mobility.
Okay.
Well, that's only a fourth of it. It'll be fine.
There's this as they approach the first the corridor is narrow enough where only the first 4 archers can take a shot, just with like their denseness. So there's gonna be 4 dexterity defense rolls for Junior to make. There's just a 3. So I'm gonna jot these down. There's a 3 that explodes to a 12. There's a 2, and then finally a 3. Oh, they did, except for that 1, they didn't roll that well. So first Dex defense.
Great. Watch. 2.
That's 1 point of damage.
Hey, check this out. 2.
That's 10 points
Hey,
of
check this
damage.
out again. 1.
What's your con die?
The D12.
Okay, so and then a 1. So you are at wounded before the final one. So
Great.
if you had your defense, I don't know if you had your proficiency die on defense, but you wouldn't at this point if you're keeping track for your first wound. And the final one.
2.
2, so that's another 1 damage. So that's 1 more. So you have 2 wounds at this point. So your D4 proficiency die on your wounds is on a 2 at the moment. It is now your turn. You've all like left, and you all watch this like just rain of arrows just coming in. A bunch clatter into the hallway, but then a bunch are like landed in Junior, who finally gets to turn around.
Hey, stop!
I'm going
What's taking
to
so
kill
long?
each and every one of you as soon as I make my way over there.
You have to catch me first.
Yeah, you do.
As soon as you get over here.
You do have the option to heal yourself.
Oh yeah.
It won't do anything about your wounds, but it will like take off the surface damage to let you maybe take some more hits if it comes to that.
Yeah, let me do that.
But it would just be your wisdom die. You wouldn't get your proficiency on it because it's occupied on your wounds.
But I get the +1 because
You do get +1.
Whatever.
Cleric stuff.
10. So it's not
10?
full 12. Is it?
Yeah. Well, you have to beat the amount of damage in order to heal anything. So unfortunately, you are too injured to summon enough power to do any kind of healing.
Okay, great. Well, my build's
DC
I know
12
I will
with
be
the 12
rolling
damage,
so
yeah.
many-
So you try
I know I
it,
would-
this flicker of healing light just isn't doing enough. So your only real choice here is like try to charge through. So
oh no, God's abandoned me.
it's another dexterity defense roll. You weren't adding proficiency in the first place.
Okay, well that explodes.
I've not
That
abandoned
explodes.
you. I'll not leave my own sister behind.
That explodes.
I will.
For a 13.
13 DC. That trap rolled a 7, so you have no damage from the spikes. It's the weird like hobble of injury. The spikes just keep missing you as you go forward. But you get to the base of the ladder with everybody else. Multi-tool, you are first to go, standing at the base of this ladder. You can see the way out, but it is obviously like a heavy grate. It's gonna need muscle to get through.
Alright, I can't open that. I'm weak. Bonk. Please open it. Or God, sorry. God, open it. Please.
All right, so you are just gonna basically like you can just hold your turn to do, but you have to have you need a specific action to do that you're holding for.
Yeah, can I convince... I'm gonna try and convince the kobolds to, like, go help Bonk. To, like, affirm their faith, or whatever.
Right.
I'm just gonna say, your god needs your help. You can gain divine favor if you do it.
They've all pointed at the one person ladder. You're like, well, there's nowhere really to stand. How?
Well, you can boost from beneath.
All right.
You can encourage.
The three of them kind of climbing under, trying to push up Bonk as
There
Bonk
you
goes
go.
for it. Bonk, give me a strength attack if you're trying to push this grate open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get to add all my stuff to that, right?
Are you wounded is a question. Yeah, your proficiency die is occupied with being wounded at the moment, so
Okay, so I just have that.
straight strength roll with the bonus from from some gear. Well, I guess yeah, you just take your hammer, whack at the grate.
That's a 19.
That is a 19, and I'm gonna say each of the kobolds adds an inspiration.
Oh wait, that's a dirty 20 actually. I forgot about the bonus.
Oh yeah, you're at 20 already. With that and the help, you are able to whack, and you all see this giant metal grate just and like hit the ground over there. Light pours in, but freedom is right there. But yeah, so you climb out of from the grate there.
Yeah, Bonk's gonna climb out, and then they're gonna immediately turn back and start pulling them, like pulling people up as they come up.
Right.
It's just like, I'll not leave my own behind.
Get me up, God.
Start grabbing and
Give me a minute.
yoinking. Yeah, the
They have taken this god roll way too fucking seriously.
Get up.
the 3 kobolds follow up. You can assist the next person trying to escape the situation. So what is left at the bottom of the ladder as the skeletons approach is just Multi-Tool and Junior, both just standing there at this point, having not had a chance to actually escape yet. So we'll be splitting the attacks.
Well, don't those skeletons get caught in the trap?
Well, they don't have to actually. They're using bows. They don't have to actually go into the trap.
Damn.
It'll probably stop them from climbing up and out because they'll probably get destroyed
That's true.
before getting to the ladder. But
Okay.
at the moment, it is 2 attacks over at Junior. So we'll resolve those. So that's all 1. And 8 explodes to plus 3 is 11. So
Okay, what do I roll again?
dexterity defense.
Okay, well that's a 1.
That's no damage because they rolled a 1.
And that's 3.
3, so that would be 8 damage. You're already at wounded, so you take 1 more wound. I think you're at 3 now. So at very nearly dead. Multi-Tool, a couple of arrows coming your way. So that's
I look at Multi-Tool and I'm like, if I die and there is a hell, I'm going to haunt your ass.
How can you hold me? You're gonna be in hell.
Fuck you.
so that's a. So the first is I need a dexterity defense against a 2.
Oh, okay. That's a 6.
Nice. I need a dexterity
Well, actually
defense.
7, but
I also need a dexterity defense against an 18.
okay.
Oh dear.
Am I proficient? I don't think I am.
If you're not wounded yet,
Dexterity defense.
yeah, you're expert, so you're automatically dexterity
Oh.
defense proficient. Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nat 20 explodes to a 31.
Oh my God.
30, I think a 32 makes it. A 33. Sorry, with my.
We'll get to Junior's action in a second, but Junior watching as you get hit again and you're just barely alive. But you have an opening to escape and you're like, finally I can maybe get out of here. And then you just watch Multi-Tool just like arc and like twist around and like the arrow's just fully missing. Multi-Tool's just like, I'm evil. It's
I'm evil.
I think I might be. Actually. Or I'm just Kane. I don't know.
right.
Oh, why do bad things
Alright.
happen to good people?
So Junior is
Why
up
are good things
next.
happen to bad people?
Right.
I got so many good questions.
Right. Junior, it is your turn. There is a open ladder on the way up. Bonk ready to assist for pulling people out.
Yeah, do I need to roll anything to escape?
I'd say, as injured as you are, do you want to try to roll something to assist your chances?
Let me heal myself. Let me heal myself first.
Try to heal. Yeah. Reach into the daylight coming down.
No proficiency.
Right.
What's the name of like the sun god in this universe?
I almost said Helio. That's
There's a
Dimension 20.
couple. There's
What was the
Lathander
one?
and Palor.
Palor is the
Are the
main
two
one,
sun
yeah.
gods. Yeah.
Palor's the main one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually pray to Palor, even though I don't know what that means.
Yes.
Like the name is just on my tongue.
Palor,
So-
I ate your servant, and now I can maybe be your servant too.
Well, I did.
Yeah, right.
Palor, save me, please. I only rolled
only-
a 7. So
The only
7, yeah,
godly
not enough to
figure
heal
that
him
we
up.
know- The only godly figure that we have at all been aware of this entire session is me.
It's
So
Bonk, yeah. Only direct
You are
knowledge.
not- You
Palor,
you prayed
Palor
about-
rejected me.
Please get
I'm
me
going
out.
to die sad and alone.
Right. So you try to heal, it doesn't work, you just resign yourself to climbing out. With Bonk's help, you're able to just get up and out of the ladder
Mama,
area.
Sister!
And then Multi-Tool, you would be up next before anything else happens. You have your chance to make your escape.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Being a rogue main for way too long.
Sure.
My burglar's pack. It has those little ball bearings in it, right?
It
Are those
sure the ball bearings aren't, but the pouch they were in is did rot.
Can I attempt to reach in and grab a bunch and just yeet them at the skeletons and try and trip them up?
Sure. I'm gonna say give me a dexterity.
No,
Give me a dexterity attack. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's an 18.
Ooh, nice.
I gotta be an 18.
I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, they scatter and they scatter onto the ground, and you watch as all of you kind of like are getting the grate back closed. But you watch as these this comedic slipping on skeletons slipping on ball bearings and falling all over themselves, getting like pierced by spears while they're on the ground, and then like trying to get up and getting pierced more.
God and their sister. Fuck you. And then I go up the ladder.
And then the three of you are able to like kind of push this grate closed to a big sound with all these like a bunch of humans standing around looking at you like,
Hello.
Hi.
we'll call the session there. This is three plasmoids and 3 kobolds are like some of which heavily wounded climbing up out of there. It'll take several days for some of you to recover to the point that you can like operate normally.
I'm great.
Some of us.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Well, yeah. One of
I'm good.
Yeah.
Bonk is also wounded.
Right.
Only
You're both
one.
like really badly wounded. Oh,
Bonk
that's
is
right.
1 wounded.
Yeah.
Junior's 3.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Junior's was
Bonk-
one more hit away from just being down.
Bonk's gonna do everything in their power to just help
Right.
Junior through the healing process. I think Bonk has taken.
I will
this
reluctantly
god
help.
thing- I think this god. Bonk has taken this god thing a little too seriously, and I think it's gone to their head.
Right.
I think it takes some convincing from Bonk, but Tool is fun. Like, okay, I'll don't know what I don't know what I can do, but I'll try.
Right.
Must help us, sister.
I'll-
It's in our
I'll
blood.
Try and help this. I mean,
You all
we don't have blood. We're plasmoids.
Everything.
You all turn
We
to
don't have blood.
a far more transparent plasmoid, kind of rolling up with a cart, and it's like, "Oh, hi! It's my kids.
Hi, Dad.
It's
Fuck
my
Dad.
Dad.
my lovely children. Hey, fuck you too, Junior. I heard everything.
She's almost dead.
Yeah,
I pointed to
that's
Junior.
right. Junior, you need some chicken noodle soup. Multi-tool, you need some therapy. Bonk, you're
What's
doing
that,
great."
Dad?
I know I'm
Bonk,
doing
you're
great. I'm a
doing
god.
Yeah,
I'm a
Bonk's
god,
a god
apparently.
now.
The full range of child rearing of it's like you need medical attention, you need therapy, and you're doing great. So-
Oh my god.
all right, we're calling it there. Get your steps in, folks. WeMap's up on a version of WeMap is up on Drive-Thru RPG if people feel like getting it. Or getting a version of it I thought of a while ago. I'm still working on it. But you know, have a fun story. It rolls some dice, and they explode, which is always fun. So, see y'all next time. Bye.